tough words from Hillary Clinton. Offensive, outrageous, pick your adjective. Her words on Monday in her first on-camera remarks about Donald Trump's controversial comments during the first GOP debate and then over the weekend.
I thought what he said was offensive, and I certainly think that it deserves the kind of reaction that it's getting from so many others. But I think if we focus on that, we're making a mistake. What a lot of the men on that stage in that debate said was offensive. The Republicans are putting forth some very radical and offensive positions when it comes to women's lives, women's reproductive health, women's employment, women's opportunities. So I think we'll let the Republicans, go back and forth with each other. But I want to point out there's really not that much difference in the policies that they are proposing when it comes to American women.
Penny Nance is president and CEO of the conservative organization Concerned Women for America. It's great to see you today. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Contessa. Thanks for having me on.
So clearly the thing that the GOP was concerned about with Donald Trump making these headlines has come to pass, that Hillary Clinton is making political hay out of this. What's your reaction to her assertion that it's not just the words that matter for women, it's the policies from Republicans?
Well, I think it's kind of humorous, actually, that she's calling that our policies on abortion radical. Women all over the country may not necessarily be with me, where I believe life begins at conception, and that's what Concerned Women for America members believe. But they're certainly not with her either. Her views are extremely radical. She believes that Planned Parenthood, who has dissected little babies and been selling their parts, should continue to get $500 million a year of tax dollars. She opposes the 20-week ban, the 5-month ban on abortion.
The thing about Planned Parenthood is that no federal funding goes to fund abortion.
Well, I disagree, actually.
It goes to provide...
Okay, let's be honest. Let's be honest. If you run an organization, you know that it's an accounting shell game. You can give money to one program, to maybe brick and mortar, but it frees up money for program. So let's be honest about that. They are able to spend that money and free up other monies for abortion. They make most of their money from abortion. They're the nation's largest abortion provider. They don't do mammograms. They don't really care about women's health. They only care about one small part of that, and that is abortion. So let's shift the money. Let's give the money to community health centers. There's 9,000 of them around the country who would love to have that kind of money and be able to do all sorts of services for women, including not just gynecological care, but also, heart. The #1 killer of women is their heart disease.
Fox News did a poll leading up to that GOP debate. The #1 issue driving voters, 30% of them said it was immigration. 2% said abortion. And look at the numbers. In 2004, the GOP lost by 3 points. Come 2008, down by 13 points to Democrats. In 2012, down by 11 points to Democrats. Isn't it a problem that the GOP needs to learn how to bring women into the fold?
Oh, I agree. And I certainly think women like Carly Fiorina will do a better job of that. Senator Joni Ernst, who actually just sponsored the bill that I talked about on Planned Parenthood to shift the funds to community health centers. She brings more people. Women are not monolithic. I'm sorry. We have a range of views, and actually there's a whole bunch of things we care about, not just abortion. The national debt is at $18 trillion. We're fighting ISIS, Boko Haram, all these other radical groups who want to kill Americans and who want to sell women all over the world into sexual slavery. We have important things to do in this country. Unfortunately, Donald Trump tends to muddy the waters with, his temperamental outburst. We need to have a serious discussion about the issues in this country.
So today, Donald Trump said that he had this phone call with Fox News chief Roger Ailes, and Trump tweeted out that Ailes has promised him he would be covered fairly moving forward. That would seem to indicate an admission that Fox News did not cover him fairly. Do you think that there was anything unfair about Megyn Kelly's questioning of Donald Trump?
I was actually there, and I did not see anything unfair. And I'm not, listen, this is what Donald Trump said happened on the conversation. I'd like to hear what Roger Ailes says, right?
But you know,
of course he's going to come. Yes, I was in the most important question, the first question on the box was who would be willing to support the Republican eventual nominee. Everyone raised their hand but Donald Trump, because Donald Trump's #1 issue is Donald Trump. So, you know, it's very interesting. People in the room erupted. People were not happy with that. He's not done himself any favors in this last debate. It'll be interesting to see what happens going forward. The polling takes a while to catch up with public opinion. It'll be several days before we see. But, you know, this is what he does.
And Roger Ailes has made a statement. He said, Donald Trump and I spoke today. We discussed our concerns, and I again expressed my confidence in Megyn Kelly. She is a brilliant journalist, and I support her 100%. I assured him that we will continue to cover this campaign with fairness and balance. We had a blunt, cordial conversation, and the air has been cleared. Good for that. Yeah. Donald Trump says he's going to be phenomenal for women if he's in the Oval Office. He really doesn't get why women would be upset, because he says he employs women. And really, when you're talking about the bigger issues, is it sticks and stones versus who's going to give a woman a job?
You know, the bottom line is the reason that people like Donald Trump is because he's anti-establishment. He recognized that Washington is broken, and he speaks bluntly. But the downside is he speaks bluntly, and he doesn't always get it right. He's temperamental, he's unaccountable, and he's unelectable, and that's the truth. So I'm speaking bluntly now. And so we'll see what happens. You know, his numbers may continue, but I think there is a range of people on both of those stages, including, we mentioned Carly Fiorina, Scott Walker, others, who really can bring women to the table. We can have serious discussions about serious issues, and, you know, I look forward to that.
Well, Penny, what we know right now is that America is ready for people who speak their mind, so thank you for coming on and speaking into us.
Thank you.